Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udiraye nashta prayeshva bhadreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki krishnaya vasudevaya devaki nandanaya cha nanda gopakumaraya govindaya namo namah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji. So today will be today's chapter is titled Appearance of Lord Varaha, and the topic that we discussed last week was, what was the name of the chapter? Yeah, creation of Kumaras and others. So we will take a verse.
Bluetooth is waiting for connection. Bluetooth is waiting for connection.
You can share my screen. You can see my screen. Yeah. Okay, I'll also share the screen on Zoom so that Mataji can see the.
Bluetooth is waiting for connection.
Please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Savai patavre stamatistva eshate. Savai patavre stamatistva eshate. Savai patavre stamatistva eshate. Savai patavre stamatistva eshate. Yat कर्मणां पारमपार कर्मणः. Yat कर्मणां पारमपार कर्मणः. Yat कर्मणां पारमपार कर्मणः. Yat कर्मणां पारमपार कर्मणः. Yat योग माया गुणयोग मोहितम्. यद् योगमाया गुणयोग मोहितम्. यद् योगमाया गुणयोग मोहितम्. यद् योगमाया गुणयोग मोहितम्. विश्वं समस्तं भगवन् विधेहिशम्. Vishvam samastam bhagavan videsh Vishwam samastam Bhagavan Videhisham.
Vishwam samastam Bhagavan Videsham.
So Prabhuji Mataji, this is prayer offered by rishis when they get darshan of Varāha Bhagavan. So they offered series of glorification. This is one of the glorification last in that series. Yeah. So last week we discussed appearance of Kumaras, Sanat Kumar, then Lord Shiva, Rudra, then after Rudra, all the rishis, 10 rishis,
and
yeah. So starting with Marichi Atra, Atri, Marichi, and Pulast, Pulah, Kratu, and then Vasisht, Bhrigu, Daksh, Narad. It's good to remember these names. These names are very pious, as much as we can remember. Yeah. So 10 sons, and then after that, Manu and Shatrupa. Yeah. In this chapter, Manu Maharaj asked Brahmaji that where is the earth? And because earth was missing, so to get the mother earth out of the Garbhodak ocean, the Supreme Lord appeared as Varāha. So this is that prayer. Okay. Now please repeat word by word translation. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Please repeat Sa, He, Vai, certainly, Bata, alas, Bhrashtamati, nonsense, Tava, your, Eshate, desires, Yah, one who, Karmanam, of activities, Param, limit, Apar Karmana, of one who has unlimited activities. Yat, by whom? Yoga, mystic power, Maya, potency, Guna, modes of material nature, Yoga, mystic power, Mohita, Vishwam, the universe, Samastam, in total, Bhagavan, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vidhehi, just be pleased to bestow Shama, good fortune. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Please repeat. O Lord, there is no limit to your wonderful activities. Anyone who desires to know the limit of your activities is certainly nonsensical. Everyone in this world is conditioned by the powerful mystic potencies. Please bestow your causeless mercy upon these conditioned souls. So the reason they are saying this is because Lord appearing as Varāha, He is appearing in the form of a pig form, Shukar. For some people it will be bewildering. We apply logic. What kind of God is He? He actually goes into the ocean and like a pig, He is smelling. By smell, He is trying to identify the earth. So when the Supreme Lord performs a pastime, He performs that pastime to the perfection. If He is in that pastime, so He is performing that. He is literally going as if He doesn't know where the earth is. He knows, but He is acting as a, not acting, He is performing His Leela. So we try to act, but He performs His pastime, which is called Leela. you know. So he goes there. So the point is, what they are saying is, sometimes people try to find the limit of your activities, right? Aparam karmanam. Yeah? Karmanam, your activities are beyond the mental, comprehension. But still, they want to find the limit of their activities. Yad yoga maya, gun yoga mohit. The Maya itself is bewildered by the Maya of the Supreme Lord. Yoga Maya is the mystic Yoga Maya, and that normal is this Maya, material Maya, Mahamaya. So Mahamaya itself is controlled or bewildered by Yoga Maya, and we are all bewildered by Mahamaya. So how can we comprehend that? See, Yoga Maya, Mahamaya, and then we are under the influence of Guna. Yeah. Yad yoga maya gun maya mohitam. Mohitam as in bewildered by the maya, and that maya itself is mohit by the yoga maya, mystic power of the Supreme Lord. But still they saying that, my dear Lord, please be merciful to everyone. Vishwam samastam Bhagavan vidheisha. Samast wish, please. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kasyid dukkha bhagavali. This is the, from the Vedas, when we pray for well-being of everyone. Yeah? So this is the context of this verse. Now let's read the purport, and then we will go through the summary. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki. Mental speculators who want to understand the limit of the unlimited are certainly nonsensical. Every one of them is captivated by the external potencies of the Lord. The best thing for them is to surrender unto Him, knowing Him to be inconceivable, for thus they can receive His causeless mercy. This prayer was offered by the inhabitants of the higher planetary systems, namely Jana, Tapa, and Satyalok, who are far more intelligent and powerful than humans. Vishwam Samastam is very significant here. There are the material world and the spiritual world. The sages pray both worlds are bewildered by your different energies. Those who are in the spiritual world are absorbed in your loving service, forgetting themselves and you also. And those in the material world are absorbed in material sense gratification and therefore also forget you. No one can know you because you are unlimited. It is best not to try to know you by unnecessary mental speculation. Rather, kindly bless us so that we can worship you with causeless devotion steps. When the word causeless, ahetuki, without any personal motive. Srila Bhaktivedanta purports ki, let's do Mangalacharana. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitantam Sajivam Savadaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Shri Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Adhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bhute Mahathir Yayima Puro Vibho Nirmaya Shete Yadamosha Purusha Bhunte Gunansho Dashasho Dashatmakam Solanka Srishta Bhagavan Vachamsi Me Shri Krishna Sharanam Sharanagatam Katha Amritam Satat Pivatam Bhakti Vedanta Marga Pantanam Sarvaloka Rishide Janma Prasannam Sarvaloka Rishide Janma Prasannam. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, please pray for me. May the Supreme Lord decorate my tongue. May the right words come at the right time. And may we are truly from our heart and sincerely able to glorify the Supreme Personality of God. May He be the only shelter for all of us. Hare Krishna. So, Brahmaji was in the process of, he's in the process of creation. And in the last chapter, towards the end, when Brahmaji was doing the creation, he got bewildered because after he had uh, Sanat Kumar's, then Rudra, but then still population was not increasing. He was worried, what is going on? Yeah. And he was thinking that I have tried everything. Yeah. Vyakratisya api nityada. He was always worried. He was always concerned. It is not as if this moment did this. In his own time, he was trying to create, like we create. So one thing we have to understand is we do at this level, he's doing at a bigger level. He also needs mercy of the Supreme Lord, and that is an example for us that we should also seek mercy of the Supreme Lord. So he's bewildered that I have tried to create, what is going on? Nahi edhante prajanunam devam atra vighatakam. Nahi edhante. He said, why? Why the population is not increasing? Because he asked the rishis to increase the progeny. But those rishis, they were meditating. They did not say no, but he was still thinking how to increase the progeny. He had created them from his body and mind. And as he was thinking, from his body, a couple appeared. A male and a female appeared from his body. You know, one of them, Brahmaji also called Ka, Keshav. It has, Ka means Brahmaji. Yeah. And then Sha means Lord Shiva. And Va is for Vishnu. So Keshav. So three in there. So Brahmaji is called Ka. Right? And from Brahmaji, the word become Kaya. Yeah. Yat Kayam Abhichakshade. You know, we call Kaya. We use the word Kaya. So because it has come from Brahmaji, so the first or the material level, the living entity that who came from Brahmaji's body and who increased the progeny by the union of male and female. So we all are descendant of Manu Maharaj. Yat Kayam Avi Chakshate. So that is why they are called Kaya. So Manu Maharaj, Swambhu Manu and Mata Shatrupa, they appeared from his birth. And then Vidurji now asked, Vidurji was very happy to hear this katha so far. And Vidurji further asked from Maitreyaji, he says, you have told me so much. Now please tell me further. I want to know more about Manu Maharaj. And Shukdev Goswami is telling this to Parikshit Maharaj first. You understand? Shukdev Goswami is speaking to Parikshit Maharaj, and he is telling Parikshit Maharaj that Maitreya and Vidur are talking. It is as if you and I are talking, and I'm telling you, they were talking like this. Yeah. So Shukdev is telling Parikshit Maharaj that Vidurji asked this question. Yeah. Papracha Kauravya Vasudev Kathatrita. Papracha. He asked again. Because he had taken the shelter of Vishwaksena Ashraya. He had taken the shelter of the Lord Vishnu. So he was asking again. And he had adar, he had respect for the Vasudev Katha. So he wanted to hear more. And as he wanted to hear more, then he further. Now this is still Shukdev Goswami glorifying Vidurji. And he says, further he said, Vidurji is saying that to hear the pastimes, to hear the katha about the devotee of the Lord, to hear more about him. Yes, he says hearing about the guna and quality and the pastimes and the activities. Gunanushravanam, tattad gunanushravanam, mukund padarvind hridayeshu yesha. He says all the activities that you are doing, religious activities, spiritual activities that you are doing, all the shastra that you are studying, the result of that is concluded by the acharyas is to hear the qualities of someone who in whose heart Mukunda is always there. You get it? Tad gunanushravanam Mukunda padar vind hridayeshu yesha, in whose heart the lotus feet of Lord Mukunda are always situated, right? Tat gunan shravan. So what did he ask for? He asked to hear more Vasudev Katha. But here he is describing the activities of a devotee of the Supreme Lord. So the point is, it is not different. The activities of a pure devotee of the Lord is not different from the Supreme Lord. That's what Bhagavatam means about the Supreme Lord, about the activities of the Supreme Lord, about the devotee of the Lord, about the activities of the devotee of the Supreme Lord. Yeah? So it is very auspicious to hear that. Now, as he asked that, Maitreyaji was very pleased. He felt very happy that, oh, I'm so pleased you are asking about the Manu Maharaj, because Manu Maharaj was surrendered, right? Now Vidurji is asking about him. So he starts speaking now. He says, after Manu Maharaj and Shatrupa, I think I should share this with you. Today I forgot to share. I'm going to share. This is the slideshow. Can you see? You can see. Or you cannot see.
Yes.
You can see now?
Yeah.
Okay. You can see now.
No,
So appearance of Lord Varāha.
we can't see the continuous, like just the slide title.
Coming?
Yes.
So inquiries by Vidur about Manu. So you understood that first part, right? So key point to understand is that tattad gunan shravanam mukunda padar vind hrideshu yesha. So the topic of discussion should be those people. Not should be Gramya Katha. Gramya Katha is we discuss about these, mortal beings. That person is doing this, that person is doing this, that leader is doing this. So we have to pull our mind back again and again. Sometimes we get into conversation, we have to pull ourselves back. We have to walk away from that. It is very easy to get dragged into that, to get carried away. We have to pull ourselves back very. So these were the inquiries. Now Manu Maharaj asked Brahmaji. Manu Maharaj says, "My dear Brahmaji, or father," he says, "You are the, you have created everyone." So far for them, Brahma is the supreme Lord. Right? So they say, "You have created everyone, my dear Lord. Please tell us, what is the order for us?" Right? Kinkar, what can we do for you? Right? And he asked, Manu Maharaj asked, "Please tell us what we are capable of doing. What do you know that what we are capable of doing? Based on that, please give us the instruction so that we can serve you. And please give us the instruction so that we gain fame in this world and we also get good gati, good destination when we go to Parlok. So please guide us to perform activity in this life, and after we leave this life, our Parlok is also secured, or our Parlok is also successful. So wherever we go next. Right? So these were the two things he asked. And then he says, Te Shushusha Kena va bhavet. How can we serve you? Shushusha. How can we serve you? Please tell us. And Brahmaji was very pleased when they asked like that. And then Brahmaji first said to him that, "My dear Manu and Shatrupa, I am very pleased because you have submissively asked me for my instructions." Our Acharya says Brahmaji did not have a good experience with earlier children. He asked Sanat Kumari, "Please create." They refused. He asked Rudra to do the creation, and then Rudra Bhagwan created. And then he asked Rishis, then nothing happened. But Manu Maharaj and Shudrupa, they are very submissively asking, "Please tell us what shall we do." So now, first of all, Brahmaji praises them, and then Brahmaji gives a very important sutra or instruction, if you like. So Brahmaji tells him that etavati, like this. So this is the perfect example of how we should behave with our parents. Etavatir atmajair vira. Right? He says like this, atmajair. Atmajay as in son. Right? Veer. See the definition of Veer now, understand. You call somebody Veer, warrior, very Veer, what do you call in English? Brave. Brave. So that is not bravery. That is animalistic bravery. An animal can be brave too. But here Brahmaji now instructs very clearly who can be qualified or called a Veer. Right? And then he says, Etavati Atmajair Veer Karya Hi. Right? He says, "Oh my dear son, Karya, you should perform your activities. Oh Veer." Now, how you should perform your activities? He says, "Apramattai, Shaktaya, Apramattai, create Sadharam Gat Matsarai." Right? Now, Shaktaya, as within your strength, Apramattai, not being insane. If somebody asks you something, "Prabhu, put this there," pick it up, throw it. In a way, because you are very strong, you are putting it there in your own sense. No, don't be insane. I remember His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj. He used to say, sometimes devotees go, when they are changing their clothes, they take and they throw them like this. Throw them like this. Maharaj will take, he will gently, fold them and he will put them. So everything we take gently, we put it like this. Pramatte. Elephant is called Pramatta. Elephant has that quality because elephant is walking, he will uproot any tree, he will, whatever comes in his way, he will uproot and just keep going. So that is, so he's saying, apramatte shaktaya, within your strength, apramatte, be sane, and then sadaram, with respect. Yeah. And finally, gat matsari. Matsar is in envious, and gat matsari without envious. So now we understand this whole concept of performing the activity as directed by Brahmaji. You know, for example, Prabhuji does a very nice service. Prabhuji invites devotees to the program. He spends so much time, calling them. He respectfully calls them, right? And he's just going about his service in a mood to serve. Every time he says, Prabhu, Laddu Gopal will take care of things. So with that mood, we just do service. Matajis, they're cooking, right? When you cook, the mood is you are cooking for the Supreme Lord. We are not cooking for the congregation. We are not cooking for the people. Yes, that is, they will honor that. But the first mood is, this is for the Supreme Lord. I repeat, sometimes somebody tells you the Prime Minister of India is coming here. You will dress nicely, you will get best of the things from the market, and then you will try to cook, showcase your cooking. But when it comes to Lord, because he is not sitting here, he is not watching. People have this concept, na? Bhagwan ne aake koi haath thodi pakda. The Lord is not coming to hold your hand. What are you doing? You see, oh, he's just sitting there. He's just... Some people don't even know he's there. It's in a photo, we don't care. No, but the mood is, if I'm cooking for the Supreme. He will, he may mercifully look at it, and then others will honor it. So very important in our social dealings, we come across these things. Yeah? So sadharam, with respect, sanely, without any enviousness. Remember these things. Within your strength, if you can do 4, please do 4. Don't try to cut the corners. Very often we see people trying to cut the corners. He's watching. He knows I've given you strength to do 10. But you try to be smart and you do 6. What will happen next? What will happen next? Your strength will be reduced to 6. Okay. I gave you strength of 10, but you want to underperform to the strength of 6. All right. Your strength is 6 now. This person's strength is 12. But now you are becoming envious. How come he is stronger than me? Well, you are stronger, you did not perform. So your strength has been reduced. Shut there. And then you become veer. Get it now? Then you become brave. That is the definition of brave as per Brahma. Right? Let's call out these points. What is the first one? Gat matsare means without any envy. Very first thing, non-envious. If he's doing this, that's fine. He's also serving. Remember when Lord Ram was building the bridge on the ocean? The squirrels, they were bringing this much sand. And big monkeys, they were bringing big trees, big rocks. They were performing within their limit. Did they not go back to Godhead? Yes, they did. Did the monkeys, small monkeys, did not go back to Godhead? Yes. Everyone went back to Godhead. So the Lord is watching. Very important, right? So non-envious, without. Doesn't matter. I am performing within my limits to the best of my capability. That has to be the focus. Gat matsari. Then second is sadaram. Adar, with respect. Right? Then the third is
Without being insane.
Without being insane. Apramattai. And then the fifth one is Shakya. So these are the 5 points. Please remember, please write them down. Very important. Yeah. And then you become Veer. And karya, then you perform the activities. And atmajay, etavati, like this, my dear son, you perform.
First in envious,
Non-enviousness,
non-envious,
respect,
apramas,
apramas, being sane,
being seen.
not insane. You understand? You ask for kartal, I say, take
Okay,
this.
that's all.
Or I say, take it. Right? No. It's sane. Then shaktya, within your limit. Within your limit, as in not under limiting yourself. If you can do 10, do 10. Don't kill yourself. Don't try to do 20. That is the whole point. You want more and more mercy. But when it comes to increasing the service, then you're looking around. Hey, look what's going on. I'm the only one working hard here. You people are just wasting time. You people are just, right? Don't be like that. In Krishna's service, don't be like that. Do your best. Because ultimately, he is the one who is doing it. You are not doing anything. You are just a puppet. That's what our Prabhupada, when he went to America, what did he say? Ani yache Prabhu yadi more. If you have brought me here to make me dance, nachao, Prabhu, nachao se mate, kastera putli jatha, nachao se mate. I'm like a doll, puppet in your hand. If you brought me here to dance, make me dance. Bhakti nai, beda nai, name khub daro. Bhakti Vedanta name eve sarthak karo. He says, I don't have any devotion. I don't have any knowledge. But you have given me the name Bhakti Vedanta. Now you come and prove that name. I don't have anything. And then he surrendered himself completely. And now Mahamantra is millions and millions of souls all around the globe are chanting. So did he limit himself? So that is the point. In this marg, in this path, we have to be really truly honest. That's what I say. Sometimes we mix up material and spiritual. Please don't do that. We are doing a great disservice to ourselves by mixing these two things. Don't try to smart with him. He is the smartest. Don't try to mess up with him. So very important instruction, Brahmaji. Now Manu Maharaj is about to create.
Charu.
Okay. What is it?
The insane, the fourth one and fifth one.
Yeah, Shaktaya Pramattai Sadaram Gatmatsara. Yeah. Okay, is it one? Four. Okay, four points. Yeah, and then like this, like you, and then fifth one is like fully surrendered, right? Fifth, which is the topmost. You have these four, but no surrender, then gone also, right? And then fully surrendered like this. So Brahmaji instructed like this, and Brahmaji gave 3 instructions to Manu Maharaj. He said, go and create children like yourself. Number 1. Then he says, Shash dharmen gam. Gam as in earth. Dharma as in religious. Being religious. Shash as in rule the earth with religious principles. That's where you see Manusmriti. Yeah. Dharmo rakshati rakshita. This is Manu Maharaj speaking. Yeah. A protected dharma will protect the protector of the dharma. A protected religion will protect the protector of the religion. So don't cross that. So he very instruct, right? Very first thing. Shah. By yagna, by devotion service. Looks like sharing screen on. You can see here?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yagna purusham yaja. By sacrifice, right? perform the services to the Supreme Personality of God, like this. And then Brahmaji instructed Manu Maharaj like this. And then he says, if you do like this, son, I will be pleased. And the Supreme Lord will also be pleased with you. And then he also tells him, if Supreme Lord is not pleased with anyone, then what is going to happen? If Supreme Lord is not pleased with anyone, then all their actions are become like parishram, shram evi kevalam, that is just a mere labor. So when you're performing your activities, try to please the Supreme Lord. It is not about pleasing your neighbors. It is not pleasing or impressing someone else. If you want to please someone, it is for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. So this is Brahmaji tells him. So if you perform like this, I will be pleased, and the Supreme Lord will also be pleased with you. And when Supreme Lord is not pleased with you, he's telling him now, he's not saying when Supreme Lord is pleased, what will happen? He's telling when Supreme Lord is not pleased with you. When the Supreme Lord is not pleased with you, then all your activities are fruitless labor. Right? And then all the and then when Supreme Lord is not pleased with you, all activities are fruitless labor. Sorry, one more point. It just slipped my mind. And then like this, Brahmaji instructed Manu Maharaj. Now when Brahmaji instructed Manu Maharaj, now he had some. Now Manu Maharaj started replying, and Manu Maharaj said, yes, my dear father, or the Supreme Lord. To Brahmaji, he says, we accept all your instructions. We are happy to receive these instructions. But, my dear Lord, we can't find the Mother Earth. Please tell me the place for us and for the people that we are going to create, where we shall be staying. As Manu Maharaj raised this question, now Brahmaji started looking. He looked around and he could not find the earth. And then he says, while I was busy in the planning for the creation, Sarga Yojitai, while I was busy, the Mother Earth has gone into the Patal, is gone into the Rasatal, in the Garbhodak ocean. Yeah. And then Brahmaji started thinking, how can we solve this problem? And then Brahmaji, he again dependent on Supreme Lord. Then Brahmaji started saying, Yasyam Hridayad Asam. Yeah. From whose heart I have appeared. Yeah. He is the only one. I will go back to him. Let us pray to him. And he will be able to solve this problem for us. So like this, Brahmaji was thinking. Yeah. And then as Brahmaji was that he was thinking about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and as he was thinking, yeah, bro, come forward, bro. The door might open, so it will be inconvenient to you. Or you can come here, sit along the wall, plenty of space here, where you feel comfortable. So Brahmaji then said, I will have to pray to the Supreme Lord only, who has. And as Brahmaji was thinking like this, then suddenly what happened? Then a creature appeared from his nose. He appeared from his nose, and as it jumped out, it was very small. And just by looking at that, within a second, within a moment, it became as big as an elephant. See, from the nose, Brahma's nose, it came, and then suddenly it became like an elephant. And till then, they hadn't seen anyone like that. They didn't even know what to call him. What is this creature? And as then Brahmaji and all the rishis, because by that time only created beings were Brahmaji, the 10 rishis, Sanat Kumar, Manu and Shatrupa. Lord Shiva had already gone to the forest. Right? In the last topic we discussed that verse. Yeah. Tapsair. Yeah. Tapsair idam jyotir. Yeah. By the penance only, Brahmaji instructed Lord Shiva that by penance only, that Supreme Lord who is inside the heart of everyone, Anjasa Vindate Kumar, yeah, who is inside the heart of everyone, he can be realized by penance only, and Lord Shiva. So only people left here was Brahmaji, Sanat Kumar, 10 rishis, and Manu and Shatrupa. They were all looking at that creature and they were discussing among themselves what this could be. Looking at that Sukha Roop, so this is Maitreji telling Vidurji that they were all thinking what this could be, what this could be. And as they were contemplating, right, they were giving various arguments. Then suddenly it became even bigger. Right? Shanad Ganda Shilasamam. Within a moment, it became like a mountain. And then they were thinking, what is this? Within a moment, it became like a mountain, and then it jumped into the air and started cutting the clouds. And they were wondering, what is this? What is this? And then they thought, this must be Supreme Personality of God. This must be someone. You know, they were guessing, they were talking, but they were always fixed that this has something to do with Supreme Personality of God. So all the while they were thinking like that. As they were thinking like that, then that creature or that that creature, he jumped into the air. He jumped into the air, and as he whirled around and made a sound. And as he made that sound, now all these Rishi Munis, they could feel the vibrations in that sound. They felt the vibration in the sound, and then they started offering prayers to the Supreme Personality. They started offering, So now I just want to bring your attention. So in this chapter, it is so these are called the pastimes of Shwet Varaha. Remember, we discussed last time there are two noted incarnations. I mean, there are many Varaha incarnations, but there are two which are in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. One is called Shwet Varaha, and the second one, sometimes people say Rakt Varaha or Neel Varaha, which happened in the Chakshusha Manvantar, which is last Manvantar. Current Manvantar is 7th Manvantar. Last Manvantar was 6th Manvantar, which was Chakshusha Manvantar, and the first Manvantar, the Manu Maharaj was Swayambhuva. So Srila Rupa Goswami says that when Maitreji is describing, so he has merged two incarnations of Varaha into this in his commentary. So there is no need to apply our logic into that. Why has he done that? Or maybe he forgot about it. Maybe he did not remember it. All those things. So let's not apply. Remember the words that we started with. Yeah. So please be careful. So pastimes of Shvetavara. Now that creature that they saw, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he jumped in the air, and as he jumped in there, because he knew these Brahmaji and these rishis or Manu Maharaj, they were looking for Mother Earth. So that creature or Bhagwan Varaha, then he jumped into the ocean. As he jumped into the ocean, it says he jumped, and it was so powerful. The so forceful jump, it looked like as if ocean is going to be cut into two pieces. As if the ocean ka pet fat jayega. As if the tummy of ocean is going to be blasted. And the Supreme Personality, as it jumped into the water, the waves went on the two sides. And he's appeared as if, Maitreji is telling Vidurji, he's appeared as if the ocean is raising its arms and telling the Supreme Lord, my dear Lord, please protect me. Please protect me. Please protect me, like you raise your arms. When you chant Mahamantra, you raise your arms, my dear Lord, please lift me. Please lift me. Right? So with that mood, the ocean, as if ocean was knocking the place. And within a moment, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then he went under the water. He could find the bottom of the ocean. As he reached the bottom of the ocean, what was he doing? Grahanen. He was smelling like a shukar. He was performing the pastime like a shukar. He's going around and he's trying to smell. Oh, here, where to find the earth? Where to find the earth? By smell, he's trying to find the earth. And as he found the earth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he lifted the earth on its tusk. Vasati dashana shikhare dharani tava lagna. Please repeat. Vasati Dashana Shikhare Dharani Tava Lagna Shashini Kalanka Kale Vanimagna. Okay, let me tell you the meaning and then we will sing together again. Yeah. So Vasati Dashana Shikhare Dharani Tava Lagna. Vasati as in situated. Dashan as in teeth. Teeth or tusk, you can say, right? And then Shikhre on the top of the tusk. Vasati Dashan Shikhre on the top of the tusk. What is it? It is called Dharani. Dharani as in Mother Earth. Right? Tav Lagna. Right? At that point, the earth is situated on your, my dear Lord, Tav as in yours. Right? On the tip of your tusk, Mother Earth is situated. Right? Vasati Dashan Shikhare Dharani Tab Lagna. Right? And then that's one. Now he is giving an analogy. Yeah. This is written by Jayadev Goswami. Yeah. He's written the Dasha Avatar. Right. And then the second line he says Shashini Kalank. Shashini as in moon. Kalank as in a spot. Kalev as in on the body. Like Kalevar. Your Kalevar, your body. Shashini Kalank Kalev Ni Magna. Right? As in there. Shashini, moon. Kalank as in spot. Right? Kalev as in moon, body of the moon. Right? Nimagna as in situated there. Right? So my dear Lord, who is bringing the Mother Earth out of the ocean, the earth situated on the tip of your tusk looks like a spot on the moon. To that Supreme Lord, Keshavadhrita Shukara Rupa Jai Jagdish, I offer my prayers. Now let's try again. Okay. Vasati Dash Vasti Dana Shikhare Dharani Tava Lagna. Now you repeat. Vasati Shikhare Dharani Tava Lagna Shashini Kalanka Kale Vanimagna Shashini Kalanka Kale Vanimagna Keshavadrita Shukara Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jayo Jagadish Hare Jayo Jagadish Hare. Now you can sing. Keshavadrita Shukara Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare. Shri Varāha Bhagavan ki. Now you will all remember the appearance of Lord Varāha, how he appeared, the activities he performed. So as he was bringing the Mother Earth out of the ocean, now this is where the pastime of two Varāha incarnation got mixed up. It's for our benefit only. In one chapter you get to know two incarnations. Right? Let's take it that way. So as he was taking the Mother Earth out, Hiranyaksha attacked. Hiranyaksha attacked the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead, while still holding Mother Earth on the tip of his tusk. Hiranyaksha, we'll discuss more in the 19th chapter, because now he briefly describes Maitreya Rishi, but later on Vidurji asks more about it. Please tell me about that, Varāha incarnation. Who was Hiranyaksha? So we'll discuss in more detail the fight between Varāha Bhagavan and Hiranyaksha, how they are trying to, kill each other, how Hiranyaksha is attacking and how the Lord is playing. But here just Hiranyaksha attacked the Supreme Lord, but Supreme Lord just killed him. Supreme Lord killed him, and now with the blood of Hiranyaksha's body, his nathuni, his nose, as you can visualize, pig's nose, it became reddish. and there was a bit of blood here. But as he was coming out, this is the beauty of Varāha Bhagavan, is again, it became more beautiful as he was coming out, because he's the Supreme Lord. Became more beautiful. It looked as if an elephant just ran from the jungle and he's holding, the lotus petal on his face or on his tusk, like this. The acharyas have described, like this. Maitriji has described to Viduji. It looked like that, and that's the pastime of Neel Varaha. And as the Supreme Personality of Godhead came out, now sages started offering the prayers. Right? I would like us to read these translations now. There are some very important meanings. So the body of the Supreme Lord is compared to the yagna, is the sacrifice. Jitam jitam te jit yagna bhavan. They are saying, now Rishi Munis are saying, my dear Lord, victory is to you, right? And you are the Yagna Bhavan, you are the Yagna sacrifice personified. And now they are describing in the various part of his body, how the various part of his body are like it, so that we can appreciate. Remember, he is, his karmanam is aparam. We cannot find, they are limitless. So let's read that. We'll just read the translation without spending much time. but it's good read, and we all will participate. You can't see here, right? How do I go back? On Zoom you can see. I have to escape this. Oh, okay, good. You can see now? Okay, good. So, session, and I'll ask all of you to participate, read one by one. This is from verse number 34. So please visualize. I request you, please focus. Please visualize the body of Varāha Bhagavan. So Rishyah Uchu, right? This is the word I'm saying. Jitam Jitam Te. Okay. Prabhu, we start from Banwari. Just read the translation.
All the sages uttered with great respect, O uncorrelable enjoyer of all sacrifices, all glories, and all victories unto you. You are moving in your form of the personified Vedas, and in the hair holes of your body, the oceans are submerged. For certain reasons, to uplift the earth, you have now assumed the form of a bow.
In your Yad Rom Garteshu, Nilayur Adhyas, Yad Rom Garteshu, because Mahavishnu Goswami, from the pores of his hair holes, the various ocean universes are coming out. And there are ocean inside those universes. So Garbhodak ocean is inside that universe. So that's what they're saying. So to understand the greatness of the Supreme Lord. Remember when we discussed Jagannath last time? So sometimes we say Jagannath is whose Jagannath? Is it your Jagannath? Is it Jagannath means universe, Lord of the universe? Is he Jagannath of this universe? No. He is Jagannath of millions and millions and billions and trillions of universes. From so Jagannath is none other than extension of, he's none other than the Balaram. No, sorry, Krishna. Sorry, yeah. From Krishna comes Balramji, and from Balram who has come? Mahavishnu. And from Mahavishnu, so many Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And from there, so many Paramatmas, Shirodakshaya Vishnu. So he is not just the Jagannath of this universe. He is a Jagannath of all the universes. We got to understand. So when you go in front of Jagannath, just have that respect, right? So similarly, that's what they are saying, that from the hair holes of your body, the oceans are submerged. What to speak of you jumping in the ocean and taking the mother earth? So understand. Okay, Sandeep Prabhu, you read this translation.
O Lord, your form is worshipable, by performance of sacrifice, but souls who are simply miscreants are unable to see it. All the Vedics, MS, Gayatri, and others are in the touch of your skin. In your body, here in the kusa grass, in your eyes is a clarified butter, and in your four legs are the four kind of protective activities.
Yeah, remember I mentioned in the earlier chapters that these initial cantos of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam are to prepare ourselves so that we can appreciate Krishna Lila when we go to the 10th chapter. If somebody is thinking this is a Shukar avatar, this is a pig, form, but remember, be careful what I'm saying. All the Vedic hymns, Gayatris and others are in touch of your skin. Right? Your bodily hairs is the kushagra. When the Supreme Lord came out, when he put the earth back, he just shook his body because there was water in his body. Once again, he's acting like a pig. If you've seen anyone like, if you see any dog or someone who take a swim and when they come out of the water, what do? They stand and they do like this. So when the Supreme Lord did like this, few hairs from his body fell. And that's what became kushagras. So that's what we use when we're performing the yagna and we sit on kushagras. So that's from the Lord's body. Few hair fell and then kushagras. Yeah. Your eyes are clarified body. Yeah. Okay. Narendra Prabhu, you read this one.
O Lord, your tongue is a plate of sacrifice. Your nostril is another plate of sacrifice. In your belly is the eating plate of sacrifice, and another plate of sacrifice is the holes of your ears. In your mouth is the Brahma's plate of sacrifice. Your throat is the plate of sacrifice known as Soma, and whatever you chew is known as Agni Hotra.
See, so deep. Every word you read, every time think of Lord Varāha. And we should have more and more. My Lord is so great. That is the mood we want to cultivate. It's just not an ordinary incarnation. Okay, Krishna Prabhu, you read this one. And this is your prayers also. If you can't read, that's fine, Prabhu.
No, the sites are not very clear.
Okay, that's fine, Prabhu. Kripal Prabhuji.
Moreover, O Lord, the repetition of your appearance is the desire for all kinds of initiation. Your neck is the place of three desires, and your tusks are the result of initiation and the end of all desires. Your tongue is the prior activities of initiation. Your head is the fire without sacrifice, as well as the fire of worship. And your living forces are the aggregate of all desires.
See, so deep. Right. Dikshanu janmopsada. The very first line. The repetition of your appearance is the desires of all kinds of initiation. Now, whoever all of us, when we are aspiring for initiation or when we get the initiation, what is the purpose of the initiation? That it is the Dikshanu janmopsada. Anujanma means repetition of his appearance. That is the purpose, or that is the desire when we are taking initiation. What that means is in your heart, that Lord is appearing again and again, again and again. That is the purpose of Diksha. Yeah. Okay. The next one. Prabhu Chandra Prabhu, you can read it?
O Lord, your semen is the sacrifice. Now, your growth is the ritualistic performance of the body. Your skin and touch sensations are the 7 elements of the Agnostina sacrifice. Your bodily points are the symbols of various other sacrifices performed in 12 days. Therefore, you are the object of all sacrifices called Soma, and you are bound by the yajnas only.
Yajnas. Yajna means sacrifice, right? It does not really means the fire sacrifice. It means you, if you want to get something, you sacrifice something. You're going and buying some grocery, you give some money. My Guru Maharaj says money is bahya prana. Money bahya prana. Money is the kya bolenge isko English? Bahya pran, what do they call it?
External life.
It's the external life air. Money is the external life air. Internal life air is this, you breathe in, breathe out, but money is the external life air. Right? So when you sacrifice that, you get something, you sacrifice. So similarly, the Supreme Lord is pleased by sacrifice. And what does he want us to sacrifice? The false ego, the anger, all these. Yeah. Kam, krodh, mad, lobh, sab, nath, narak ke pant. Sab parihari bhaje ho, je hi bhajai sab sant. Yeah. Drop all of these. Kam, krodh, desires, anger, mad, as in pride, right? Lobh, as in, greediness. So remove all of these, right? So these sacrifice, so the Lord can be bound by sacrifice only. Understood? So they are offering the prayers to the Supreme Lord, right? This is how they are glorifying. Now think of our prayers. This is not just their prayers. These can be our prayers too. What prayers do we offer? We can simply call out His name, but the mood is surrender. That is the mood we want to cultivate. Okay. Prabhu, you want to read? Yeah, Prabhu.
O Lord, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead and are worshipable by universal prayers, Vedic hymns, and sacrificial ingredients. We offer our obeisance unto you. You can be realized by the pure mind freed from all visible and invisible material contamination. We offer our respectful obeisances to you and the Supreme Spiritual Master of Knowledge in devotional sacrifice.
You can be realized by pure mind freed from all visible and invisible material contamination. Okay. Mataji, you want to read? Can you read? Please.
The victor of the earth gathers its
Prabhuji, please unmute yourself.
Sorry, Mataji, something wrong with the...
Now we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So other day I highlighted, Earth is mother of a wife of Supreme Lord. So don't try to become Lord of the Earth. Try to become son of the Earth. Don't try to become Lakshmi Pati. Try to become son of Lakshmi. If with that mood, then she will have Vatsalya, she will have motherly affection to you. She will automatically bless you. If you try to gain earth as a mother, then as a mother or as a lord of the mother. Similarly, Lakshmi as a lord of Lakshmi or as a son or daughter of Lakshmi. Right?
Lakshmi Sutta.
Lakshmi Sutta. Very nice. Good. Okay. We're just coming to the end. Prabhu, Saranath Prabhu, you want to read the translation we're just reading? Who else but you?
Who else but you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who deliver the earth from within the water? It is not very wonderful for you. However, because you acted most wonderfully in the creation of the universe, by your energy, you have created this wonderful cosmic manifestation.
Yeah. You could deliver the earth from within the water, right? So if at all there was any doubt in the mind of Brahmaji or any of these Rishi Munis, they can see themselves so much struggle even to find a residing place for the further creation. they have to depend on the Lord for everything. So Supreme Lord now brought the earth out. Yeah. And then this one. Okay. Mataji, who hasn't read? Mataji, you read. Yes.
O Supreme Lord, undoubtedly we are inhabitants of the most precious planets, the Jana, Tapa, and Satya Lokas, but still we have been purified by the drops of water sprinkled from your shoulders here by the shaking of
Your body. When the Supreme Lord, when he put the earth back, as he shook his body, the water sprinkles. So after the arati, when the water is sprinkled on you, visualize that. It is to purify you. Make sure you get a drop on you. Right? So very important. And then finally, now this is today's verse. Savai batabre stamate stvaeshate. Yah karmanam param par karmanah. Yad yoga maya guna yoga mohitam. Vishwam samastam bhagavan vidhehisham. Who wants to read this translation? Mataji, you read? Can you? Can't from there? Okay, Mataji, you read. Anita Mataji. You want to read it? Okay. Shanti Mataji, please read this. Please hear.
Oh Lord, there is no limit to your wonderful activities. Anyone who desires to know the limit of your activities is certainly nonsensical. Everyone in this world is conditioned by the powerful mystic potencies. Please bestow your causeless mercy upon these conditioned souls.
See, so you heard all the translations, and now you try to find the limit of that limitless Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is their conclusion of these prayers, that they are all nonsensical people. If they try to understand the Supreme Lord by mental speculation. And mind you, even after reciting these prayers, you can get bewildered. Brahmaji got bewildered. Brahma himself, in the 10th canto, you will read. When Brahma saw Lord Krishna, he got bewildered. And then Brahmaji came and he cried and he bowed down in front of the Lord many times. He is falling down, he is standing up. He is falling down, Dandvat, he is standing up. And many times he is crying, he is saying, my Lord, please forgive me, please forgive. And then he says, Janant eva janantu kim bahuktaya name prabhu. Manaso vapuso vacho vaibhavam tava agochara. So Brahmaji says, my dear Lord, who says they know you, let them say they know you. As far as I am concerned, I am not able to know you. You know, you are beyond your vaibhav. Your glories are beyond manaso vapuso vacho. Beyond the mind, I cannot comprehend. Beyond the words, I cannot describe your glories. Vapuso, within this body, I am not able to by the body also. So if anyone has any doubt, same Brahmaji who is offering these prayers, he gets bewildered. So it is going to happen. And then after this, Maitreya Rishi tells that now the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he placed the earth in its place on the water, and he touched the water with the tip of his 2 front feet, right? He touched the water, he placed Mother Earth there, and then he went back to his abode. As he went back to his abode, now Maitreya Rishi says, now he talks about the Shruti Phal. He says, my dear Vidur, whoever listens this katha or whoever recites this katha to someone else, they all benefit. And they all benefit so much that they all go back. So he says, which is, if one hears and describes in a devotional service attitude this auspicious narration of the Lord bore, worthy of description, the Lord who is within the heart of everyone is very pleased. And if that Supreme Lord is very pleased, with the living entity, then what he says? He says for that person, there is nothing to be gained. There is nothing that person, for that person, nothing left. And by the way, then he says, what is this? What is there to then gain for him anyway? Understand, very, very deep meaning. Very deep meaning. Tasmin prasanne. Tasmin prasanne sakala shisham prabhu. That Supreme Lord, when he is pleased with someone who is the master of all the benedictions, Kim durlabham tabhir alam. For him, Prabhu, that's fine. That's fine, nothing. That's fine. Let them settle up. That's fine. Yeah. Kim durlabham. There is nothing left, nothing difficult for them to achieve. And rather, what is there for them to get them. Right? If the only thing that they do is drashtaya, right? Ananya drashtaya. They just worship, if they worship the Supreme Lord with Ananya Bhav, as if there is no one else exclusively. And